Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana's chart is on its way to, well, the target range, yeah, the 360 to 380 next sort of milestone target range. We've got several levels there, 367, 369, 386, which we talked about already in recent months, and they are all relevant still. The price could have the price could easily get there over the coming months, I would say. The question is, do we get there directly in this A wave? Maybe. I don't necessarily think so, but I cannot rule it out. Or do we see that B wave pullback before we get there, as highlighted here in yellow? The shorter time frame should give us the answer. Needless to say, risk is high now. Anybody who used our trading area to get a position should think about at least protecting their profits, because the market rallied nicely. Even if you bought above the box, it's like 50% up, 40 to 50% in like a few days. So again, I can't give you financial advice, but these boxes are there for those who are looking for an entry. You can use them together with your own trading plan to come up with a good entry point. But typically we would expect the prices to turn around in these boxes. Needless to say that a box on the daily chart is more relevant than a box on the 5-minute chart, right? So for example, if we get a break of support on a 5-minute chart, it is not really going to impact the overall assumption, right, and the overall trend. Whereas a break below $162.71 would have been somewhat meaningful. Okay, but that didn't happen. Price held support, and that's also why it is so important to be aware of the relevant key support levels on the relevant time frames, right? Not only on the shorter time frame, which is why I show you the daily charts so frequently as well. Especially as we're getting into the, let's say, the final phase of this market, of this rally, which should send us higher still, yeah, but after which we should get a major correction. Now, a lot of greed happening here, emotions, let's say emotions, but this is related to a degree to the Trump coin as well. I wrote an article about that today for our Discord members. This is kind of unprecedented. Solana is benefiting from that. Solana, however, isn't necessarily doing anything it shouldn't have done anyway. So it's kind of funny where catalysts sometimes come from. Because Solana is just, it's working out. So what I would like to see at some point is this B wave correction here, which probably hasn't started yet, or it might be in the process of starting. That A wave is definitely long enough. It's also technically full, doesn't need to go any higher, has done what it needed to do, and the B wave pullback could come next. Once we see evidence for that, I will confirm what the key support levels are. I think I've actually already got them on the chart on the smaller time frame. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we will get to 360, 380 and that's it. We take it level by level, but we need to, as we're approaching this final phase of the market, of the 2022-2023 rally, right? So this is when it started down here, and we have a full wave count to the upside now. But as we're approaching kind of this final phase, it is more important than ever, really, to pay close attention also to the micro movements to understand when key support levels break. Now, but yeah, again, 490 is also a reasonable target, but it depends on where does A wave finish, or wave A, where does the B wave finish, and then we can project the next target range on a smaller time frame, right? But this is sort of, for now, the area where I would definitely watch for a cycle top, a major top. That hasn't happened yet. I haven't talked about a cycle top yet, but in this area we can start like really watching for signals. Now, looking at the shorter time frame, I communicated in my last video yesterday this blue target area. The price has reached it, got rejected, and it's possible that now a wave 4 starts, or even that B wave already. I mean, the yesterday communication was that this A wave in white, that's the wave count I would go with. For now, it counts best as the white scenario. And we wanted the price to get into this blue target area between 279 and 305. Could be that we've seen a top there now, right, in wave A. I said in my update earlier today for Discord members that the fourth wave could still be unfolding. The yellow count, I cannot rule out yellow, but we don't know, right? I mean, we have to watch the support area. This is the risk area. The thing is, an A wave can be a 3-wave move, and an A wave can be a 5-wave move. The white count is the better count. It counts best. But whether it's the yellow or the white count, only a crystal ball would tell us. What we can do is we can watch the key areas like target, reached and rejected, and support. We're approaching now this support area between 264 and 234. Important is in the current situation, don't get, swayed by greed and, just don't forget about disciplined standard trading practices, right? People getting hyped about a meme coin, Trump. I mean, just be careful out there, okay? I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't go up higher, but it's like a gamble, isn't it? And it's an unprecedented situation, and the problem is in the crypto space, there's no new money coming in at the moment. So it's like flowing from one group of coins to the other. And remember, buy the rumor, sell the news. And I assume a lot of people will lose money again with this stuff. So if you don't understand that the further away we are from support, the higher the risk, and you take some partial profits and you lose it all again when we dip into the lower support area, well, then you need to think about your trading plan. Taking profits regularly is important in the space. And when the market is pumped 200%, it might not be the best time to go in with a long position. But when the market then pulls back, the risk is lower again. You can look again for a position. So it's not difficult, but it's definitely not easy from a mindset, psychological point of view. That is what tricks people, right? It's not the theory is simple, but applying it then from a psychological point of view is difficult. So anyway, the idea would be that at least some kind of a fourth wave has started. Next support at 264.40, then 247.18. If this is wave 4 in yellow, it really shouldn't. I mean, looking at the proportions, I'd say it shouldn't really go below the 38.2 retracement there. I'd say any break below that already increases the potential that this is a B wave. I'm only showing the lower support levels for the B wave. It's between 190 and 209. As long as we're holding that, the overall focus can be on higher prices. But as I mentioned to you, when we started the rally, it will be a bumpy ride. Well, that didn't look exactly bumpy here, but I'm talking about the fifth wave up. It will be bumpy because we're dealing with ABC corrective structures overall. So yeah, but overall, I mean, so far, Solana isn't doing anything, I'd say, unusual. Of course, there have been, let's say, crazy upside extensions, but nothing that we haven't seen before on the Solana chart. And we're just getting closer to our cycle target range. Support levels are shown here. If they need to be adjusted, we'll do that. For now, it could be that this fourth wave is unfolding. Or the B wave. We will just need to see, when the first 3-wave move down is done and the next rally is only corrective, it's likely going to be a larger B wave. But here, this is the next area where we could watch for support, but the main support is 190. That's the update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.